What's up, YouTube? MCO4 here. We're giving you guys the top 8 of the organization's third tournament. We have our regular commentators back. We have M and Mr. Shift giving you guys what you like to hear on these commentaries. So we don't have the other two that were present last time for this, but, you know, this should work. Give us a little bit of a rundown of what we can expect in this matchup.
Well, it says, according to the list, that this is going to be Heretics versus Fire Fists, which is very, very much in the favor of Heretics. But the Heretic has a really rough matchup against Spellbooks, which took 1/4 of this tournament's total entries. So it's actually quite amazing he made it as far as he did. He had to beat 3 of them to get here.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see the Heretic having, like, quite an advantage here, considering the amount of pressure it can put on at the beginning of the game, which Fire Fist take a couple turns to get rolling here.
The duality looks pretty strong, though. Looking at the beginning of the creation of the game state here. But we'll have to see where this goes, because this is going to be a pretty slow game.
The first and second duel of this entire tournament that were done was xCloud's first round.
Wow.
It took him a grand total of 6 minutes to 2-0 his opponent in round 1.
That's pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. Like, it's just one of those things. So he's grabbing Tensen and sending back Double Bear. Free knowledge is going to be free here. Tanky into Bear. Go.
Thankfully, the most recent update to Dueling Network makes it so as watchers we can't time out anymore. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and I never have to look at the watchers chat ever again.
Right now, they're all talking about 902 being present. 902 and BLS for game were trading first place back and forth on the ranking ladder until the rating reset, and BLS for game actually entered this tournament. He's also in the top 8 right now.
Any idea what he's playing?
He's playing Spellbooks. He's playing against Nick Lloyd right now, actually.
Oh, Nick did top. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, he went for Dragon off Tenki, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's to get the second Tensen.
So, are we expecting a potential push through the OTK here, or does xCloud play anything like Trap Stun?
I haven't actually looked at xCloud's deck. I never really needed to. I mean, there's only so much variance in Heretics, right? But I'll just paste that into the call.
Yeah, there's only so much you can run differently with Heretics, and it's not... I mean, it's a deck that's been around for a while.
That's true. So,
xCloud took the... Oh, go ahead.
xCloud took the turn 1 pass?
Yeah, he does run the Triple Swift Scarecrow, so I mean...
Oh, okay. So he's got a very, very strong defense here.
He seems to stick to a play style of kind of, you know, let their opponent do what they want to do and then destroy it. Because, I mean, he's playing Triple Wing Beat. And you were asking about Trap Stun. He plays Lance. 3 of them.
Okay. So he does have defense when he needs it.
You should open up the deck list and then just leave it there for about 2 seconds and then minimize it away and people can pause your video and see the deck list.
Alright. They'll have to wait until after this when we go into side decking mode. I'll show it.
Okay.
5 back row.
Oh.
Ooh. That's pretty sad. You want to explain to our users why that works?
Wing Beat, while targeting, doesn't return as a cost as part of the effect to return it, and if you do, destroy all the cards on the field.
So, if the Wing Beat doesn't affect the dragon, then it doesn't blow up the cards. So.
That puts him in a very bad position for this game.
Well, he did preemptively activate Maxi to try and prevent anything else from happening here.
Overlays, synchros.
Exactly.
There is a Blader play on the field, so...
Yeah, so he didn't want it to happen.
I mean, I probably still would have went for it, to be honest with you.
Well, it's attacking for game damage here. Correct? Yeah.
Is that a game?
That's game damage. He does place triple scarecrow.
So, all those Tensons. Oh, and he does have the Scarecrow, which we're quite accustomed to.
It is.
Optic rekindling.
Don't even joke about that. The thing is so ridiculous.
He does it all the time. He can't now, and I bet you he'll still somehow do it.
Like, hey, check out my rekindling.
Right in his sleeves on
Yeah,
the
no,
champ.
I don't know. I don't see how rekindling's gotten this far without being touched. It's like they kind of dance around it every little bit, but I mean, I don't know.
His side and extra deck are so amusing. He's got a total of 5 different cards in his extra deck. Just 3 each. And then his side deck. And then his extra deck has 3 copies of 3 different cards.
Yeah, his side deck is literally 5 cards. They're just 3 of us. It's hilarious.
That's actually pretty amusing.
But I mean, it looks effective enough.
Now let's see if he remembers that his opponent is under max C right now.
It's probably a very strong no.
What is he going to make here? Something like Dweller, maybe? To stop their effects in the grave?
That's what he's thinking. He's thinking, what am I going to make? Because I don't want to leave all this in attack position.
Well, that's the thing. Like, leaving everything here and risking a wing beat's really bad. But, like, there's really not that much he can just make that isn't just going to sit there. Like, maybe Dweller. And, like, that's really not even that great.
Go the bone. Oh, he remembers the max C.
Yep.
So why would you not make Dweller for this particular case?
It's possible Sanji doesn't run it. I'll quickly grab his deck.
Yeah, it's possible he doesn't run it. I mean, it's possible he also felt it's, like, didn't have enough attack. I don't know. But
not so much about it having
Cloud
attack.
has a really, like, he's in a really good position to just wipe the board here. If he has the card for it.
So there is a Dweller in there. He also could have gone into all sorts of things.
Oh man, he runs a really diverse extra deck.
He has a very diverse rank 4 centric extra deck.
Yeah.
But looking at this for the current time being, though, like, xCloud just sitting 1 and passing just indicates that he's just free to get wrecked. Which is kind of sad. Because, like, with all the OTK potential that his deck can do, you know.
Yep,
and
there's game 1.
The thing is, though, for the next game, at least, he will have, in my opinion, a lot better chance.
Well, there's 3 MSTs, 3 Night Beams in the side. His opponent, let's see what he could possibly side for Hieratics. He has Max C's in the side. Fossil Dyna, I guess. Soul Drain.
Dimensional Fissure.
Yeah.
Dimensional Fissure can be pretty devastating to this.
Yeah, thing is, a lot of people will be like, oh, well, defissure, you know, if you just detach them as exceed materials, but the thing is, they have to be, you know, you're gonna run out of material, you're gonna run out of cards really fast with it.
Well, xCloud pretty much wrapped up siding quickly, but then again, them 5 cards.
Yeah, he's running DNA surgeries, Xyz Encore, Night Beam, MST, and Electric Virus.
MST and Night Beam would be pretty good for this particular matchup.
Night Beam especially.
Just the
Because
ability.
his opponent seems to favor turn 1 dragon play, which is good. I mean, it's not bad or anything.
Alright, let's see what Mr. Heretic player does turn 1.
It's hard for him to do much of anything turn 1.
He usually just ends when he goes first.
Yeah.
He just likes taking the extra card.
Yeah, it gives you... I mean, under almost every circumstance, it gives you an extra card up on your opponent.
Now, if he would have drawn things like MST, wouldn't it have been better for him to set them to disrupt his opponent's Tenki plays?
No. Not in the way that he works. He wants you to commit as much to the board as you can.
It's
So
the
that
same...
you don't, like, say he has the Fader or something, then he doesn't want any form of comeback to be possible. He wants to just wipe your entire board and exhaust all of your resources so that you're top decking.
Because that's what you have to think about. Like, if he goes Tenki and xCloud were to chain MST, his opponent's going to, stop there. And, maybe set back or do whatever. But he wants him to extend far enough that he can have no chance of coming back.
Just wipe them out.
Exactly what Dan said, yeah. That's why he's playing the triple Scarecrow. Or is he playing? Yeah, he's playing triple. And he's playing 1 day of peace as well.
Well, Sandra just used that new feature, placing the spell cards from the deck to the field. We added that when we added the milling and the timeouts.
The milling thing is probably the best, time saver.
It is because we use Kagasuchi so much.
Yeah, Kagetsuchi, duality as well.
I do like these new features that DN decided to implement. Like, they really do truly save you time.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much the, set from deck, but yeah, like Em was saying, it's really the mill function that makes life 20 times easier.
Being able to activate from deck, especially with Fire Fist being such a relevant deck now, every second you can save in a duel is more time you can sit there and play and practice.
Grab the MST, grab the MST. That Book of Moon's gonna hurt. You heard it yourself. Banish 3 command.
If you can type quickly, it's definitely a lot easier than clicking it 3 different times. You don't have to really type all that quickly, that's the thing, But having the option, you can still do it the other way, but just having the option is nice. You can't really complain about more options.
Yeah, and it doesn't even take up, any functionality, it's just something that's integrated into the system for use. So
it's the book.
So is he going to go for the push here?
He is. As soon as you see Tefnut hit the field, it's either because he has no other option or he's going for game.
And that doesn't really matter all that much. Because he has a normal summoned.
Yeah. He can still tribute it for Sue, which is most likely the best do. And now he can still wing beat that, but it will not help nearly as much.
Yeah.
It depends if he's got an additional...
There's Labradorite. Labradorite Dragon definitely gave the deck a passive boost. Just being a tuner at level 6.
That'll go for the
And being a dark monster as well, giving you access to BLS and Sorcerer, which he plays all 3 of.
Then that'll overlay for a tune.
So I assume we're getting a pretty big push here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. His entire hand is about to hit the field, except for possibly his wing beat. or scarecrows. Like he may have a couple unplayable cards, but it's not likely. He usually just spams the whole thing. He was dueling against a spellbook player in round 3, I believe. His opponent had Tower, Temperance, World, and Priestess.
Yep.
And he won the duel by doing exactly what you're watching now, going into Gauntlet Launcher, popping Priestess and World. Then he just used Sue's effect on Tower, which grabbed another Priestess, and he overlaid double Gaia Charger on top of a Tomb and Gauntlet Launcher and attacked over Priestess and Temperance and just wiped the guy's entire board.
That's actually pretty cool.
There's the Tencent.
So we now know that he has no relevant back row anywhere.
He's going
We
to
already knew that. It was the Tencent that he had set.
And then now he has the opportunity to pop Bear and Tensu with Gauntlet Launcher, correct?
If he wants to.
Yeah, I mean if he wants to, of course. And he'll get Dragon's effect here.
The Labradorite dragons are strong.
Well, I feel like something like BLS in his hand right now would completely change the plays he can make.
Well, that's the biggest thing Labradorite Dragon offered to the deck was the Chaos Monsters.
Exactly. Like, he
Ooh,
plays BLS
power.
2 Sorcerer? Yeah, he plays 2 Sorcerer as well.
That's rare.
Ooh.
Red MD, it's not even on 0.
Yep.
These plays...
He now has the opportunity to use, let's see here. He actually has a 3rd Labradorite in his deck still. So he has the opportunity to use Sue.
Would Gauntlet Launcher on top of 2 Gaia Chargers been game?
I'm not sure if
no,
he can still make Gauntlet Launcher. It's not an issue.
Yeah, he can still go into Gauntlet Launcher with these 2, and then double Gaia Charger is exactly 8 grand. 26, 26, 28.
Yeah.
So this Gauntlet Launcher here will pop his 2 monsters to swing for 8,000 even.
Now, his opponent does play Veiler, so we'll see here. I think he would have used Veiler at the very beginning, though.
He would have used it on a Tomb.
Exactly, yeah. Yep, this is going to be game, because he can go into double Gaia Charger. And it's the same as, the card Curry OTK 26, 26, 28.
Gauntlet not being once per turn is the stone cold nuts.
Exactly.
26, 52, 8,000.
Pew, pew.
And see what he did there, he just basically took out his field. And had he not been able to go for a game, he would have been able to put his opponent in a position that he just wouldn't come back.
Yeah, he has a tank he already used and a set 10 Sen with 2 cards in his hand. So even if there was a phaser there, there's no coming back up.
Exactly. So it's like he puts his, had he not been able to go for a game, which obviously he could, he would have, popped the 10 Sen and ran over the monsters. But, the thing is, he, just puts his opponent in a position where they extend so far that they can't come back after it. And it's really unique to him because, a lot of people are afraid to, sit there and let your opponent make plays.
And that's one of the things about xCloud, though. Like you guys were saying, just the ability for him to be passive and just take as much damage as he wants.
That's the thing, that's what he counts on. He counts on the fact that eventually his opponent has to try and win the game. Because if his opponent doesn't try to win the game, then he's going to with Heretics. That's the thing. And as soon as his opponent commits, he just takes it all away.
Exactly. Now, the thing about this game is we're pretty much back on a scenario from the first game. His opponent does get the additional card here that he can't get.
Yeah,
but
you have to also think about it. In the first game, had his opponent not had Lance on the wing beat, it would have been over. This could still easily swing either way. Though, don't get me wrong, going first is a huge advantage in either person's direction. Now, he obviously didn't open too well, having to go Wolfbark, but, we'll see.
Yeah, personally seeing him waste a Wolfbark and things like this just to get a Tenki on the board.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. He means the one Veiler, so that's where that came into play.
That is devastating.
Especially with what he had to use.
Well, it got the tanky out of his opponent's hand. I mean, that's all that really matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think would be best to grab in this situation? A Wolfberg for the next turn?
Oh no, he doesn't have tanky. He got
Oh,
off.
oh. Sorry,
Yes,
sorry.
let's put it back. Yeah. No, he didn't. I mean, he may have one in hand, I don't know, but he didn't play it from hand. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say. Ooh, wing beat here would be really devastating.
Yeah,
Like,
wing beat will end this game.
Triple Night Beam.
He does play triple night beam. That's the other thing. And triple MST.
So what do you think
I'm
is that?
trying to imagine what he could have said.
Trap stun?
Lance and MST are the only settable.
The only trap he runs is DNA surgery, so it's going to be some kind of quick play. He's got triple Lance, triple Xyz Encore, which likely is, and then
I don't think he would have done. Yeah, it could be Xyz Encore as well. I forgot about that. That's actually really good.
Oh wow, Xyz Encore after Duality, keep the monsters in the grave.
Ooh, that'd be amazing.
Ooh.
If he had something like MST and like an Xyz Encore set. I'm pretty sure his opponent's going to go for 10 key here. But we'll see. He could try and grab the warning just so he has the extra, turn with Tiger King.
That's actually what I'm kind of expecting him to grab as the warning. I mean, yes, the Tenki is good, but...
Yeah, he grabbed warning. That's what I was thinking. He can have the extra turn. He's guaranteed the extra turn with Tiger King at that point.
Duality for warning. It's literally Duelist Revolution.
Exactly.
I do want to see this XYZ Encore with Duality thing.
I'm not sure if you can even activate Encore under Duality. I don't even know if you can.
That would be a pretty interesting ruling to know.
Well, I know you can't use it while Emptiness is face up, but that might be because like you can't special summon. Duality stops Sanji from specialing. It doesn't stop XCloud. So, holy crap! Well, I guess XCloud just lost.
Because he's playing a different deck now that runs for Vecro. No, I'm really not sure what can happen here. I guess he could still have Scarecrow, but seeing that he has 4 Speller Traps in his hand means he doesn't have 4 monsters in his hand. Like,
and with that warning face down.
let's just think it's 4 resources that he doesn't have. It really kind of, I don't know, it really kind of sucks to draw brick hands, especially in like the top 8 of an event.
Yeah, once you get to single elimination, brick hands are awful. That's
Yeah,
why
just-
part of the reason we do 5 for the finals.
Yeah, just breaking is just so like, and the fact is a lot of decks this format can just draw brick hands like it's nothing. Especially stuff like Prophecy.
Lancing down
Ooh.
16. Or no, wait. It ignores the Tensen, or the Tensu rather. So he's 14. It leaves him on 100.
Famous XCloud here.
This is in damage
It's-
calculation. I'm interested to see what you'll chain.
I'm not sure what he could chain to it. Okay.
Chain another lance. Chain another lance.
Sadly, I think it might be over for XCloud here. Why would he summon the Veiler?
It's gonna gate effects. He wants Bear and Grave so he can use Dragon's effect.
Why is the game still going?
Because Lance is chain link too, so it would unaffect the spell and still be unaffected. Correct?
No. Oh yeah, Lance is still chain link 1. Okay, sorry, I had that backwards.
I was thinking, I was like, hold on. I thought he was saying he wanted to go back and activate it as like return player.
Oh no.
He's gunman anyway, so.
Wow. Any final comments for this particular match?
He set me up for a really good pun there. Final comments.
Shoulda ran Fire King's xCloud.
He said
Should
he
have talked
needed
after
F King
rekindling.
once.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. We will be back with top 4.